quality in each and everything, is it the thing that has created its own purposeness? No, it wasn't. So if we apply this question and upon each and everything in the universe, at the end we will see that nothing within all of the universe has given itself this feature of purposeness. So the conclusion is once again that someone else than the universe must have created this purposeness in things. So these three proofs are among the proofs that deserve to be called the intellectual foundation for the belief of the existence of the Creator. And not, when we mention the word belief, we have to be a little bit careful, because the word belief in the Western languages, regardless it's English, Swedish, German, French, or whatsoever, the word belief, or true in Swedish, glaube, credo, and so on, they don't adhere, or they don't refer to the absolute convincement that you have, that you are 100% convinced that the Creator exists. But they represent the plausible belief. It's, yes, it might be, there might be a Creator, but it's not 100% sure that there is a Creator. So this word belief can be misrepresenting the fact, the 100% absolute and sure fact that there is a Creator. And that's why for instance, the Arabic word aqidah is much more representative for this fact, for this 100% fact. Just to mention some of the questions that might be raised by the atheists is, okay, if we go back to the proof of limitedness, or proof of needness, you said that everything is limited, but we see that universe is not limited. How can we claim that universe is not limited? And the first mistake then they make when, the first mistake they make when they say that the universe is not limited is like when a fish swims in the ocean and the fish doesn't see any borders, any land at all, so the fish would conclude that this ocean is limitless. It's exactly the same. They say that if I can't see any limits, there are no limits. And this is very strange. Imagine that you are on a desert or in a forest and you see just, sand in the desert, or you see just trees in the forest. None of us would be struck by this strange idea that this desert or this forest is limitless. But yet, they claim that just because we don't see any limits, that means that there are no limits. This is the first mistake, and it's easy to refute. The second mistake they commit is that they don't go back to the rational way of thinking. Once again, they wish to rely only on scientific basis. But as we said in the beginning, science is not enough. It's good, it's excellent, but it's not enough. It can't even prove your own feelings. And yet, it's useful. And it's a must for a Muslim. But if we go back to the rational way of thinking, and if we ask those atheists, okay, you claim that the universe is limitless, but if we subtract a planet or a star or a nova from this universe, would it be one less? Would it be a less universe, a smaller universe, or would it be the same universe? The amount of the novas, stars, or planets, would this amount be the same, or would it get less if I subtract them? If they are thinking, they would say, yes, it gets smaller because you subtract a planet. So, okay, if I subtract 2 more planets, and 3 more, and 1 million, and 1 billion, I continue. Something which is getting minimized and reduced by just reducing or subtracting 1 planet, it can't be limitless, because the unlimited universe has to stay and remain unaffected, regardless how much you pull out of it. And in this case, it doesn't remain unaffected. It gets affected. It gets smaller. The amount planets gets. And in this way, you see very clearly that this universe is not limitless as they claim, yet, on the contrary, it is limited. So this, the speech about the universe being unlimited is nothing but a claim, a very weak claim, unsubstantiated by any proof, rational or scientific. There are no proofs whatsoever. There are theories, yes, but we are not talking about theories, we are talking about evidence. And evidence are lacking in this question. Another question that might be raised by atheists when you speak about the existence of the Creator, we'll continue for about 5 or 10 more minutes, and then we'll open the Q&A session. If there is a Creator, so how can you combine the idea of you having a Creator who is almighty, who is just, with the idea of a Creator who allows cruelties, who allows suffering, who allows babies getting killed and murdered in this earth? And the question is very easy, and the answer is very easy. I mean, you're not questioning, by putting this question, you're not even touching the question of the existence of the Creator. Rather, you're questioning the justness of the Creator. And you can't, and here they have another problem, is that when you ask about a quality of a being, you have to imply, that implies that this being really exists. For instance, if I ask one of you, or if I ask you all, how much does a ghost weigh? This smile. Yes, but I can't ask you about ghosts, how much they weigh, unless I believe, or I have, some kind of ground for believing that they do exist. And here is the same. You ask me about a question about the justness, about the mercifulness, about the almightiness of the Creator. So how can you do that unless you believe that there is a Creator? Or how can you do that if you are not implying that there is a Creator? In addition to the problem of that this question is not touching the core question of the existence. It touches the qualities of the Creator, which is completely another topic.